Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very quick haul video for you guys. Most of the stuff I did get from Sephora or Ulta, so if there is anything that you see in this video that you might have liked and you want to go check out yourself, I will link everything down in the description bar below. I haven't tried everything that I'm about to show, but for the things that I have, I can give you a tiny little description of how I feel about it and my first impressions of it. So without any further ado, let's just get right into the haul. I'm going to apologize in advance if the lighting looks like it's kind of fading in and out. I'm trying to film with natural sunlight right now, and there's a bit of clouds going on. It's a really nice day, but there are some clouds, so the sun is kind of going in and out. So the first thing that I picked up, I think I got this last month, is the Becca and Chrissy face palette. Now I picked this up because I absolutely love Chrissy Teigen's glow. It's this beautiful natural kind of glowy skin, and so I was all for trying this out to see if I could get that natural glow as well. So this is what it looks like inside. There are two highlighters over here, a blush and a bronzing color. I think all of them have shimmers in it, which is fine with me. To me, it's more of a glowy type of palette. It's not, you know, contour and highlight. It's very much just glow palette. I have used this and I really like how it makes me glow. It makes my skin look so beautiful, sun-kissed, and healthy. Next, I have the Tarte Cosmetics Make Believe in Yourself Eye and Cheek Palette. This is from, I think, their Unicorn collection. And of course, I absolutely love unicorns and anything unicorn related. It's the same type of packaging as like all their other face palettes, really. It's the same size. Absolutely love this in the front. It's so beautiful. And you open up inside, and here are the shadows. At first, they didn't really look like anything particularly special, I thought. But these colors are actually just really gorgeous. But I've only actually swatched, I think, 3 of the colors. So I'll swatch Pixie right here. Maybe Dream or Fairy, and I'll swatch Trance. The Pixie is more of just a shimmery shade. Swatch Dream, which is also pretty much a shimmery shade, and last one is Trance, which I think is more of a metallic. Yeah, you can tell because it gets a little bit chunky over here. So here's Dream and Trance. Look how beautiful that's swatched. Trance is so metallic. I think that was the one I swatched in the stores and I was like, oh, okay, guess I'm getting this palette. I just ripped my finger. I have a cut right here. I just ripped it open as I was cleaning my finger. Okay, I'm band-aided up now. So as you can see, I don't know if you can see in here, but I think there are basically these guys over here are your basic type of shimmer colors. But these over here, they look a lot chunkier, and these are the kind of glitter metallic shadows, which are just absolutely beautiful. So I'm really excited to start playing around this palette. Another face palette that I picked up that just recently launched in stores at both Sephora and Ulta is the Anastasia Glow Kit in the Aurora Glow Kit. So this is supposed to be the sister palette to the Moonchild, which I actually also ordered, but I picked this one up in stores. I love this packaging. Oh, so beautiful. It kind of just reminds you of the colors from like Aurora Borealis, like, you know, the Northern Lights. Open it up, and here are the shades. But these definitely can be used as eyeshadows as well, so I don't think they're limited to your face. But at the same time, I don't think they're so intense that you can't use them on your face for a little, you know, unicorn special effects type of glow. Because you definitely do have shades in here that you can definitely use on an everyday basis. You have Eclipse, which is this one. It's a yellowish, peachish one. Luna, which is, I would say, like a champagne color. Helia, which is a bit green, but I don't think it's so intense that it's impossible to wear. And Lyra, which is a gold, which is definitely usable on an everyday basis. The only two that are slightly more tinged with color is Orion, which is the blue, and Spectra, which is the purple. But I mean, people have been loving these like lavender tinted type of highlighters these days. Let me swatch. I can't swatch with this finger anymore, so I'll swatch two. I'll do Orion and Helia, and let's do the last row. I'll swatch the last row right here. So that's what they look like. They are swatched. That's Helia, the greenish one. As you can see, it's not very strong green, so it's easily wearable. Here is, I think, Orion, the blue, which is quite strong. But I think they would make very beautiful kind of inner corner highlights with a tint of color. And last one is Lyra, which is the gold. All very beautiful. Next up, I have 3 items from the same brand. And these are actually my very first purchases from this particular brand, and that is Huda Beauty. 2 of the 3D highlighting palettes and the rose gold textured eyeshadow palette. Now these I think are relatively new and they just came out. One palette is called Golden Sands Edition, the other one is Pink Sands Edition. And in the descriptions, most of them describe the Pink Sand Edition as for people who have lighter skin tones, and the Golden Sands for people with a darker skin tone. But when I looked at them, they just seemed very different in like the type of concept in terms of what colors went into it, that it didn't really make sense to me that one of them was for darker skin tones and the other one was for lighter skin tones. So I ended up purchasing both of them. So let's open these up. So this is the Pink Sands right here, and I have the Golden Sands right here. So Golden Sands, Pink Sands. As you can see, there's actually not too big of a difference. It's just that the Golden Sands has a very much darker type of contouring brownish color, and the Pink Sands has a very white type of highlighter right here, the Santorini highlighter. The blushes I think are very similar. It doesn't really matter which one you get, but one thing that was weird to me was that in the Golden Sands, Fiji and Seychelles, they're very close in color, as in they're in the same tone range. But in the Pink Sands, if you can see, Capri and Santorini are completely different. Capri is really dark. It's almost like a contouring color dark. It's darker than either of the colors up here in Golden Sands, which is a little weird because this is supposed to be for lighter skin tone. So that's why I couldn't really decide exactly which one to get, because it seemed like they weren't exactly the same thing. So the other item I got is, like I said, is the textured shadow palette. Every time I try to go buy it and I'm ready to mentally kind of purchase this palette, it's always sold out on the website. So this time when I saw it available, I had to pick it up. But I haven't really had a chance to play around with it yet. Everyone's familiar with the layout and what it looks like. But I am super excited to really dig into this. I love the red and pinks and like all the glitter shadows over here. So next I have a new foundation that I just picked up, and it is the new Tarte Clay Stick foundation that just came out. I bought a full-sized one, and I also got a little free sample size along with that, which is absolutely great. I got it in the shade light medium neutral, but I've been hearing a lot of good things about this foundation. This is what it looks like. It's a very typical type of packaging, and that is the color. It definitely looks like the right color for me. Since I've heard so many good things about this, I'm really excited to really test this out. I really do hope that this works out, because I do really like Tarte foundations, and So I really hope I'll like this one too. Next, I have a few nail polishes, and they are the Essie Gel Couture nail polishes. I absolutely love this formula. Like, I can't use anything else with this formula right now. I am someone who usually after the third day, by the third day of after painting my nails are chipping already, and I have a really bad habit of peeling off my nail polish. But I've tried these before, first, like long time ago when they first came out, and I didn't really think anything of it, and then I kind of stopped wearing. And then recently I had gone back to using one of my old nail polishes again, and I thought it was absolutely amazing. It was rock hard, it was shiny, and it just didn't chip. So I went back and I purchased a lot more fun type of colors for the summer. So the first color I got it in is called 260 Flash, and that's actually the ones that I'm wearing right now. So that's the color. It is a really pretty type of orange fiery red, which I thought was really pretty for the summertime, because it's not your classic typical type of red nail polish. It is a much brighter one, which I think is a lot more fun for the summer. I've had these for about, yeah, exactly pretty much a week right now, and as you can see over here, even on the tips right there are no chips. These nails have not chipped at all. So that is just absolutely amazing. I don't know of any other nail polishes that just after a whole week there's no like chip on the tips. Usually by now there's definitely a few that have like gone in on the nail at the very tip, and it's very noticeable, but so far that just hasn't happened with any of my nails. I think this is pretty impressive. So the other two colors I have over here is 291 Sit Me in the Front Row, which is a purpley type of red. It's a magenta type of color, which I thought was also going to be really pretty for the summertime. And last I have 210 on the list. I think this is a newer color, but this is a coral, peachy, corally, pink kind of color. Next is definitely not a new item that has come out, not even recently, but it's a new, recently discovered item that I absolutely fell in love with, and that is the Burts Bees lipsticks. Now, I always kind of like brushed by it and never really thought about trying it, because I was like, oh, Burts Bees, they're, you know, a chapstick type of brand. But I was at like Target one day and I was just browsing through, and I was like, oh, I think I just want to try one. So I got the color Magenta Rush, which is 511, and it is this really pretty magenta color. And I am absolutely blown away by the formula and the color intensity of this product. So this is Magenta Rush. Look how beautiful that color is. It just gives the lips such a pretty tint, and it lasts all day while moisturizing your lips. This is my favorite color that I picked out of the three. It's also the darkest. I think the darker ones are probably going to be a little more forgiving than the lighter colors. So the other two colors I have are 523 Sunset Cruise and 513 Doused Rose. So that's that color right there. That's one right there. Definitely think if you haven't tried these out yet, and if you have the same dry, cracked lip problem as I do, I definitely think these are worth trying out if you don't just want to wear balm and you want to wear something that's a little more tinted and colorful. So the last two items I have are single eye makeup type items. And the first one I have is the Stila Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow. So the shade that I picked out is Kitten Karma, which is a, call it like a champagne type of color. So it's one that's really easy to use, and that's what it looks like. Just look how that glows and gleams. Look at that glitter. Look how beautiful. amazing that color is. It has a really strong base color, which I think is really nice because then it's not just sheer type of glitter. But what's amazing to me about this is that it's not on its own. It has like a base color. It has like shimmer in it, your typical type of shimmery eyeshadow product, and it also has glitter chunks. Look how pretty that is. You start seeing all that glitter and reflectivity. I absolutely love this. I'm actually wearing this on my eyes right now. I don't know if you can tell, but I put the glitter basically underneath my eye right there. The last item I have is something interesting that I saw when I was kind of browsing around Ulta. And this is a new color. I'm not sure if it's a new product, but it's the Butter London Glazing Eye Gloss. So it looks like I got it in the color Icing, which is also like a rose gold champagne type of color. So what it is it's supposed to be a wet looking type of eyeshadow that dries powdery, I think. So this is a little jar that it comes in. As I open it, I think you'll see what kind of product it is. So it'll just open like this. It has a little cover on top. Did you see that? Did you see and how it jiggles? It's literally like slime. That's what it reminds me of, like a type of jelly slime. So it's super interesting. Let's kind of dig into this a little bit. It's such a weird feeling. It's so wet and sticky, but that's what I have right now on my fingers. As you can see, it's very high shine, and it literally feels like a serum type of product. Oh my goodness, that is so wet and liquidy. But holy crap, look at that shine. It definitely gives that very glossy, liquidy type of look. But at the end of the day, I think it's just a dried type of, it's completely dry right now. It's not tacky, it's not wet anymore. It just becomes a powder because now it's just stuck on. It's stuck on my hand, as you can see. It's not moving, it's not a liquid, it's not like, you know, a lipstick or anything like that. It's not like a lipstick or anything that just like smudges everywhere. It's just there. It's painted on, pretty much. And it's a powder now. That is pretty cool. And guess what? That's it for my haul. That was everything. I hope I went through it relatively quickly. I usually like to try to explain a few things and what I think about it or why I purchased it. So if there's anything that I mentioned that you have any questions about or you want to hear more about, just leave me a comment down below and I'll do my best to answer them. As always, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in a later video. Bye.